Next up, the new Super Mario Brothers Wii Cup, aka the Propeller Cup. I like all the different games they represented with these cups. It's nice. Next up, we got. I love that meme. First course, which is probably I would say the first actually well liked city track in the DLC, maybe other than Paris Promenade, Tour Sydney Sprint. Still a banger.
Where did I put that one? Oh, okay. I really enjoy this one. It's varied. It's very well designed. I think each lap has a very unique theming and it's fun. I'd either put it very high B or very low A.
Ooh, I have it.
I'm gonna
I
leave
have it
that
an
up to you.
S. I have it an S personally.
Really?
I still love this track. I know, like you look at especially the Wave 4 Plus city tracks, and it's like, wow, it's so basic. But also keep in mind, before Wave 4, it was like the top of the 6 city tracks. Like, and I still feel it that way. I've seen other people still put it like pretty high too, just because it's like also the music helps. Oh my god, that remix. Dude,
I admire.
they gave
Oh,
one
go
of
ahead.
the musicians a saxophone and just said, "Go off, King." Like they straight up just said, "Go do your thing with this." Like, oh my god.
I admire what this track does. I cannot put it in S tier.
Can't. Great meme
Yeah.
usage. Can you do A tier?
Oh, I can do very high A tier if you
I
really
feel
want
like
to.
at the very
I'm
least
willing to negotiate this.
it deserves A for being like the first city track that really wowed people and being like,
Mhm.
okay, so the cities don't suck.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great city track, but I also do think there's a couple that are better than it.
That's fair,
And if we're
especially
gonna put
yeah,
if we're gonna put any in S, I want to put a couple of those up there.
yeah, no, that's especially again the Wave 4 plus cities. Like that's where they really get good.
Exactly.
And they did that on purpose. They wanted to start with the more simplistic ones and make them more interesting as they went on.
Yeah.
Also, I like that Sydney Sprint lap 2 is the longest lap. Like you would think lap 3 would be, but I like that idea that the first and last lap aren't the longest. Like having
Exactly.
the second lap be the longest is like perfect because it's like if you're gonna catch up, this is your time.
Hmm.
And like in the first and last lap are the same, but the third lap's just the first one backwards. Like that's so cool.
Yeah.
That was like was this the
Uh,
first one they had us go back? Well, second one they had us go on backwards besides Paris, but
yeah. Where are we putting this one in A?
so we have Coconut Mall, definitely above Paris. No, Coconut. I keep saying Coconut Mall. Ninja. I would put it above all of those personally.
Really? I'm
I mean, it's
down.
my the other three I all have an A on my tier list, and I find Sydney Sprint the best one of all those. Like,
Put that above Ninja Hideaway.
and I know music isn't really part of this, but for me, the music helps with the track. Like, if the music is also a banger, I'm gonna enjoy the track a lot more. Every time I play
Sweet,
this,
I'm down.
I get so pumped up. I'm just like, let's go. I'm ready to race.
Yep.
Yeah, top of A. The only downside, they should have made this track upside down. Disappointed. Australia jokes.
Terrible joke. Terrible joke.
Okay, next up, another surprise remake, GBA Snowland.
Good. It's fun.
I'm
It's
not
not the
prepared for
best, but it's
this.
fun.
I
Oh,
actually have
don't.
this bottom of C. It's my lowest track. Like I said, I didn't go down to D because none of these tracks are bad, but
This is
I
your
don't know.
lowest track?
I don't know what it is. I'm not even gonna lie to you either. When I'm trying to remember the tracks in the DLC, it's always the one that for some reason my brain skips over. Like even if I'm going in order, I'll literally go Sydney Sprint, Mushroom Gorge, Sky High Sunday, and completely like it's not even that it's forgettable. It's just compared to I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Okay,
I'm not.
I'm sorry that I didn't want to participate, but you're objectively incorrect when you say that Mario Circuit 3 is even a contender when they cooked with all of the Game Boy tracks. I will be quiet
Well,
now,
not
but
not
Hey,
all of them. There's one that
most
I'm
of
might
them.
not.
I'm not saying they didn't cook with this track. I'll give them credit. Like this track is freaking insane. is just I don't know. It's like the one track. You know what? Heck, I'll even move it one spot above Tokyo Blur. There. There. Now it's not quite the worst track in the game.
No. Okay, thank you, but it's not going that low.
I
We gotta find a spot
I don't
in
know.
B for it.
I literally can't even explain why it's there. There's just something every time I play it, it's like I don't know.
I
don't
also
really
love
feel
how this
anything.
tier list is made by Sans Convertible. It's made by a guy named Sans Convertible. I just wanted to point that out. I just saw it.
That's gonna be the next Mario Kart cart. We're gonna add a
Sans
Sans
Convertible.
convertible as a cart. Let's get
Okay, but where are we putting
I-
this in B?
bottom. No, actually, it
it
can
can
go
go
definitely
lower.
definitely above Toad at least, I guess. Like,
I'm gonna need to go a little bit higher than that.
what's directly above Toad? Isn't it New York Minute? I think it is.
If
Yeah,
you
New
were
York.
willing to put it above New York Minute, I will stop whining.
Fine.
I can live with that.
I literally I feel bad that I don't like it as much as others, but I just can't explain why it's there. Like there's just something you're
the
making me
type
want to
to
like
you were the type to throw off the penguins in Mario 64. I just know it.
I no, I felt bad doing that. I'm a
Mhm.
pacifist.
You get on your Switch right now, you turn on Snowland, and you look those penguins in the eye and tell them what you're trying to do.
Fine, you know what? On my own tier list, I literally moved it up to B, low B, but B nonetheless. Now Tokyo Blur's my only C. There,
You know what they
happy?
tell you?
Yes.
Do you yield?
To be fair, I'll be honest with you. Little bit of a spoiler. I don't have any GBA tracks above B.
That's fair.
Like they're great, but they're all like. Now, if we had gotten GBA Bowser's Castle 4, instant double S.
I've got one more GBA track above B.
They're great, but like the other ones are just so much better. So I don't have any above B. Like literally, my entire B tier is just mostly GBA tracks now. Now that I've moved Snowland there. I don't know. Maybe I need to play it more because maybe I need to play it more, but it's always like the one I find myself skipping over like a lot of time online. I don't know. There's just I'd rather. It's nothing personal against it. The remake is great. I'll say that, and the music is amazing. Next up, we kind of figured this would be in this cup because it fits because it's a mushroom. Mushroom Gorge.
I'm gonna let you have the floor because I'm gonna be silently judging every word you say.
I have it. Where is it in the tier? Middle of A. Middle of A. A tier.
Thank you.
It's
I
still.
honestly was kind of no. Let him cook.
Did you think I was? Did you think I was gonna put it lower or something? Like in B or C?
Yes, I have it in S tier.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Yeah, no.
Where did you?
I can live
did
with
you
it.
think I was? Did you think I was gonna put it in like B?
You know, it's gonna be like it's low B tier because it's so basic.
It's like middle of A. It's good. It's great.
I can live with that.
And
I can live with that. Absolutely not.
It's not quite, but it's good. So A or S.
Let's
we know
do
it's
A.
below Coconut Mall at least. Yeah, I was like it's at least below Coconut Mall. Coconut Mall.
Let's put it somewhere in high A because it's a great track. Don't get me wrong. When the other two tracks on that is Coconut Mall and Waluigi Pinball, I have a bit of an issue.
So where in A though? What should it go? Because we have Paris, we have Ninja Hideaway. In that order?
I'm gonna leave this.
Sydney,
Sydney, Ninja, Calamari, Paris. I'm gonna give it up to you. I would put it above Ninja, but I can also see a case for it being right below Ninja.
Below Ninja, above Calamari, because on my tier list, all three of those tracks are in A, and on my tier list, Calamari Desert's the lowest of those, and Ninja Hideaway's upper A. So right between Ninja and Calamari. Again, that's another one where I.
Why do you hate both of us? Do you not like that track? Do you not like fun?
I said it was double S.
Oh, I'm sorry, I
Also-
wasn't listening. I thought you hated it.
No, I was like the
Also-
exact opposite.
Hylian, gap cut.
Ah,
The fact that they brought that back, they had no reason to
Mhm.
do that, and they did it anyway. And they also added those 2 mushrooms back right at the start on the
Yes.
left,
the little
which weren't in
shortcut, yeah.
Tor, which weren't in 7 or Tor. Like that's the first time those went back since Wii. Like they had
care.
no obligation
care.
to do that, but like they did it anyway. They put in the extra work to make those work. People... Oh, okay. Yeah, pardon the interruption, everyone.
Thanks for dropping by.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's funny because people always say if this track was in base 8, like K2 would have picked you up halfway through the gap cut.
yeah.
The
Okay,
DLC, they went all out though.
Let's go on to the last track so I can get really angry.
Oh no.
This
All right.
track.
Next up, Tor Sky High Sunday.
This
Oh,
track
boy.
had so much potential with its theming. When it got leaked on the banner leak, I was so excited. And then I get one turn, a second turn, F tier. This is right
Hey, there's
above Tokyo Blur
D.
for me.
D, because
Yeah,
we only go down
yeah.
to D for this one.
I know. But yeah,
Ow!
no, this is
Oh,
I
that
hate
hurts.
This is the
Oh.
worst thing that Tour has produced.
Wait, so you actually genuinely hate this more than Tokyo Blur? Like you'd rather play Tokyo Blur over
No.
this?
This is right above Tokyo Blur.
Oh, so
I
you'd
had
rather
Tokyo and F
play
as
it
well.
right above.
Yeah,
Ow,
no,
that hurts.
these are the bottom
Ow.
two. I hate this track. I viciously
Ooh.
like Tokyo. I know is the worst track. I hate this track. I don't hate Mario Kart tracks. I hate this track.
Oh,
That's
that
it.
hurts.
That's all I have to say.
Well, here's where the whole thing of me saying I'm going to be biased toward the Tor tracks comes in.
Oh yeah, I knew it
And
was coming.
see, I think I almost have an advantage in a way because I've played both the original and 8 Deluxe versions, so I know what both are like. Uh, I have this in A, one spot above Paris, but right below Calamari. I always enjoy this track every time I play it. It's so good. The music also like one of the best Tor songs.
The music is good. I will give you
Under
that.
Under Berlin Byways. It's actually my second favorite song in Tor. Under Berlin Byways. It's a banger song.
But when we have Sweet Sweet Canyon in the same game, doing the
Bro,
same purpose,
in the
this
base
one
game,
tries to walk in and be nothing but mediocre.
in the base game of in the 8 Deluxe base game ranking, I put Sweet Sweet Canyon in B and I have this one in A. So
Yeah,
I like the
and I'm scared for you right now because I do not
Personally,
see it.
I like the jumping. I like all the ramps. I like especially if you get hit in the middle of a ramp, you just fall and you gotta catch up. And if you're in 200, there's that one shortcut on the last turn. If you hold back on the gravity, you can go all the way to the ice blocks and skip the turn.
I'm gonna say it's
is.
somehow even better in Tor because you do more things in Tor.
Yeah.
I mean,
but also
it was
it's
made for the
a
comboing.
it's
It
a
was made for comboing.
it's a glorified loop, and even Sweet Sweet Canyon is a little bit more contextual because it's grounded within the world. This
Now-
is just a floating refrigerator in space. Okay, this fits better as a Mario Galaxy level than a Mario Kart
This feels
track.
like something that should be in Crash Team Racing.
Which they had a candy themed one in there.
And I'm sure it was better.
But well, I will say this. I can understand that viewpoint because I definitely heard that like it was definitely for Tor, but it's only here because they wanted to add every Tor track. So it's like I get
And
that.
they still didn't. It should have been Pipeline, not this one. I just know Pipeline came much later.
I will say that. I mean, if I had to replace one, I probably would get rid of this one or Merry Mountain.
And you're saying
one of those
that,
two,
and it's still an A tier?
because I find the track. I like the track. It's fun. I find it fun every time I play it. It's a fun time.
It makes me sad.
But I'll tell you what.
Agreed.
But I'll tell you what, because I can understand the viewpoint, I'll let you dictate the placement. As long as it's not D. It has to be
So
at least C.
I'm allowed. Okay. I'm gonna put it above Tokyo Blur and C.
Fair.
We can debate that later if needed.
Although, you know what? If we need a D tier later on, we can move one of those down.
It'll be Tokyo if we have to.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's an unpopular opinion, but I like this track.
I wish I could. I had so much hope for it, and it just let me down.
I would tell you, if this was the tour version, or we were ranking the tour tracks, I'd put this in A tier, slightly higher. Because I will say that I prefer the tour version a bit more. I will give you that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were getting a little frisky in there. I'm not gonna lie to you.
YouTuber soundboards be like. All right, so that's the end of that cup. Recap. So recap time.
S tier, Coconut Mall, Waluigi Pinball. A tier, Sydney Sprint, Ninja Hideaway, Mushroom George, Calamari Desert, Paris Promenade. B tier, Choco Mountain, Sky Garden, Shroom Ridge, Mario Circuit 3, Snowland, New York Minute, Toad Circuit, Sky High. Oh, sorry. C tier, Sky High Sunday, Tokyo Blur. I apologize.
Honestly, I guess I should mention aesthetics is a big part of it, and I just like the aesthetics of the track because, or as everyone says, it looks like a Fall Guys level.
So I'm not gonna lie. Is it normal for you guys to go? We're only a third of the way through the cups, and we're already over an hour.
You should have seen the base game one. It took literally 3 hours. And yes, around
this is
time
why
of the
we
base game,
split it. This is why we split it.
I'm gonna be sleeping in wave 5.
Okay, you guys might need to go a little bit faster because you do remember there were 5 people on, or 4 people on that one. So just there's now only 3 people, or there's actually only 2 people. So I would say we should be about halfway at this point. So I don't know where we can make up time, but
let's kind of at least get through wave 3 so we can actually be halfway through.